All right, so we're over here with Kathy Paiva, and we're going to be talking about an experience here regarding her dog named Conan, like Conan the Barbarian. So go ahead, Kathy. Let's hear about this.
Yeah, this is my dog. His name's Conan. He's a Bichon. He's a 6-year-old dog, and I had been having a real problem. The problem with Conan that that I'd been having was basically, well, there was a few problems, and it had been going on for a couple months. He had been itching and biting his rear end here until it was basically all raw and red, and he would not stop. I put him outside when I leave for the day, and by the time I come home, he had chewed his whole rear end. And this had been going on for about a month. Simultaneously with that, I was having some issues with him in the house. He's not a puppy, as I told you, he's 6 years old, but he had been peeing and pooping on the rug right there in the corner, a specific spot, and nothing I could do was really making much difference with that problem either. So basically, I was kind of at my wit's end. There had been a little bit of stress in the house in the last month. Bichons are very sensitive. They're basically, they were from the French people, and they were the companion dogs to, the royalty or whatever. So they really key off people, and there had been some stress going on. So I had tried basically coconut oil. I had tried hot spot foam reliever. I had tried Vetricin. And with each of those things, it was actually getting worse, not better. And I was about to take him to the vet when Daniel told me about, possibly trying a sun horse. So I was pretty much, at the point to try anything. So what I did was, he was pretty raw here. I would pat on the sun horse in the morning, and then the first day I did it, I patted it on. I really didn't expect much. Came home that night, and I could see that there was no bite marks. So I thought, well, that's pretty good. So the next day, I patted it on in the morning, and I did it again when I came home, and sure enough, he had stopped chewing those areas. So the third day, which Dan had suggested that I put it in his food, I put it in his morning dog food, and then patted it on. And each day, he was healing at a really fast rate. So I was pretty happy. So the fourth day, I took a picture. He had already started to heal. But what to me was even more impressive was my dog, as I said, was having some behavioral problems. I would put him out, and he would just bark incessantly. So I would have to go outside because I didn't want my neighbors to complain like they had been, and bring him in the house. And that happened a lot. After the second day on Sun Horse, his barking it was like a miracle. He stopped.
Wow, that's amazing.
I can't tell you how happy that one simple little thing.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Relief of barking. And then as I continued, I was so happy. I was religious about putting it on morning, night, and giving it in his food. By, say, the fifth day, the healing was he was already growing his fur back. He had stopped biting. He had stopped barking. I know this sounds too good to believe.
It's amazing.
And then the third thing, three's the charm, is he stopped pooping and peeing on that corner of the rug.
Really? And I notice you have these great rugs here. So, I'll just pan around here. You have these like beautiful Oriental rugs, handmade Oriental rugs of various types, which are all Persian old style, really hard to find rugs. So yeah, that's quite impressive. This one's really amazing.
Great relief. I had put the pet stuff on the rug that they're not supposed to like, and regardless of that, he had still continued with his nasty little habit of going on that particular corner of the rug. Somehow, with the Sun Horse, he no longer felt the need to do that, and I was pretty much controlling this dog. He had no longer did he have free run of the house. I had to keep him with me. So now I can I got to tell you, it has, changed our, our relationship in a good way. He has, quit those behaviors that were, going on for a while that I really had tried everything to stop. And his barking has pretty much mellowed down to nothing. He's healed from this.
Yeah, that's amazing. You showed me that. You showed me that picture on your phone, which was incredible.
Yeah,
it was like a giant raw mess. And man, he's all the hairs back. I mean, I can't see anything wrong with the dog, but that's amazing. So that took the healing of all that took like what, a week or what?
It took about to the point it is now, well, 9 days, and the fur was grown back.
Wow.
Fully almost to the level of his other fur.
Amazing.
And he, now he seems like he's kind of, getting a flea, but I mean, he no longer even bites the area, which was
wow, amazing.
Something that he would do every time I would leave the house. And the other thing I've noticed is that his energy level is amazingly, it's more like he's a puppy again.
More like he's a puppy again, so he has a lot of energy.
He has a lot. He kind of, would like to eat a lot before, and he was a little bit lazy. Didn't really like to take, walks like I like to do down our hill. And now with the Sun Horse, he actually wants to go down the hill. He's pulling me on the leash towards
That's great.
The workout area. So his level of energy has increased a lot. This
is quite amazing. So I appreciate you going over all these details, with Conan. I mean, I can kind of see, where there's like a dent, but it's all grown back. I can kind of see where that like bad spot where he'd eaten everything down to the meat. Mm-hmm. And it's amazing. It's all grown back. And, adaptogenic botanicals, which, of course, Sunhorse has 11 adaptogenic botanicals. And we know they work well on people. We've tested it many, many times for years on people. But animals, believe it or not, it's rather new that we've been using on animals. But frankly, it's even more amazing. We've tried it on horses and, now dogs and, goats and, every kind of creature that seems to be having issues, it seems to help them in some way. This is quite new with this hair growing back so fast. And topical applications, I really do believe you're the first person that has applied it topically like that. Honestly.
I didn't expect, I got to be honest, I was desperate. So when you mentioned to try it, I was like, what can it hurt? I've tried almost everything else. I was about to go to the vet and, see what they could give me, a steroid or whatever. But it was to a point where I'd already tried coconut oil, I'd already tried hot spot reliever, I've already tried Vetricin. And to be honest with you, it was getting worse, not better. And that's why after the first topical application, and he didn't chew that day, you can see chew marks when the dog's chewing. So,
well, yeah, you showed me this picture. I'll try to load those pictures if you send them to me to go along with your, your testimonial here. We just really want people to, understand that we have, a product out here that's strictly natural, and it uses, God-given natural botanicals that are on this planet, I guess, for us to use. That's why they're here. And, we've put them all in Sunhorse, which is an adaptogenic elixir, and we call it Sunhorse for critters, which critters mean pretty much every animal. And, we're really appreciative of your time and your using it on your dog and showing us the before and afters and everything. So you can look for this video on the Sunhorse Energy site, and then you can see Kathy Paiva here, which is we're in her beautiful home up in Rancho Santa Fe, and it overlooks we can't see, it's too bright out the windows, but basically a beautiful view here. But they obviously you take very good care of your dogs and your house and your rugs, and this place is just awesome. So we just want people to see that there is a natural alternative to possibly the steroids you mentioned and these other things. So once again, I want to thank you for your time, and then we'll just encourage everybody to if you have a problem with your animal, give it a try and let us know how it works. Thank you so much.
Thank you.